Datuk, Intan from the start. Quick question on your target loan growth for Malaysia. For this year, you're looking at 6 to 7%. This year, the growth was 4.3%. So maybe you can share a little bit why is the higher target. And Malaysian loan growth was 5.3% compared to the group growth of 12%. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit what is the factors that cause the slow growth in Malaysia loan, and maybe you can also elaborate on the allowance for losses on loans, which is almost 10% lower than previous quarter. And do you see any further upside for the your impaired loan ratio? Thank you.
Okay. On the slides is basically the guidance that we gave for the year 2015. And as you mentioned, in the case of Malaysia, we guided a growth of between 6 to 7%. We achieved 5.3%, but if we normalize it, we achieve actually 5.7%. Sorry, that's group after we adjust for exchange rate. But for Malaysia, it's 5.3%. Not far from 6 to 7%, but the entire economy is adjusting to the volatility that we see in the marketplace. As companies showing lower profits or lower growth in profits, in some cases losses, clearly companies are going to make a lot less investments, right? That is given. So we'll see private sector investment is going to slow down because of what they're seeing, and of course the expectation of the future as well. On the consumption by the private sector, last year prior to GST in April, everybody was buying cars. Everybody was buying everything because everybody assumed that everything else is going to be a lot more expensive after GST. It'd be irrational, but that's what happened. The consumer sector will still grow, but obviously people will be more selective in terms of what they spend on, between the needs, between the nice to have and what they need to have. And this year, recognizing that this can be an issue where if you don't do anything, that we'll probably see a huge slowdown on consumer spending. I think the budget that was addressing the tax rebates for people earning 8,000 ringgit and below per month, and also the recent recalibration where we see that releasing some cash into the hands of consumer through a lower contribution to EPF, and of course BRIM. And this will give consumer sector, consumers to you and me, a bit more cash in the pocket to spend. So hopefully we see some growth. It will not be as high as the year before because people will be more careful. But people still have at least there will be some cash in the wallet for people to spend on the needs that they have. So we see some growth on consumer side, not as fast as the year before.
And we also have members of the media in Jakarta.